All right, I'm going to start up my dirt bike now. Here goes.
Okay, well, so much for being an easy road.
In September of 2011, my wife and I got to spend some time in Colorado. We rode trails in the Gunnison and San Isabel National Forests. The trail you're seeing right now is the Pomeroy Lakes Trail. We found this trail listed in Charles A. Wells' ATV Trails Guides to the Colorado Central Mountains. We were looking for something that we could do in the afternoon, as we would be arriving in Buena Vista after lunch and wanted to get out right away and do some trails. The trail guide made this one sound like it was the perfect choice, because even though it was listed as a difficult trail, the first 3/4 of the trail is just a mining road, and we were expecting it to be, something simple we could warm up on. As you can see, this simple mining road is not just a simple mining road. If you'll go back to the beginning of the video, you notice that as soon as Tammy took her foot off of the rear brake, she began sliding backwards, even with her front wheels locked. It's very steep, it's very rocky, which was okay for us because we like a challenge, but it's definitely not for the faint of heart. As usual, the video really doesn't do justice to the steepness of this road here. You're under power pretty much the whole time, and wheel placement is really important because a lot of these rocks, even though they don't look like much, they're big enough that they could jerk you around if you're not really paying attention. And with the views on this trail, that can be challenging because there's many places where you really want to stop and look around at the just beautiful vistas, but you just have to keep your eyes on the road. After about a mile, you'll come to the ruins of the Mary Murphy Mill, which is probably a great scenic spot, but we were there to ride. After this, the road widens and smooths out quite a bit, and it's not nearly so steep for about half a mile, so you can kick it up a gear and really enjoy yourself. From this point on, the trail just gets more and more rocky the farther you go. It was a blast. We had a great time doing it, but if you're not ready to handle some big rocks, you probably shouldn't try this one. This major fork to the left goes up to the Mary Murphy Mine. That trail we'll cover later, and it is a real kick in the pants. This fork in the road really had me stumped for a while. It's waypoint number 4 on the Wells Trail Guide. It's 2 miles in. It took me a while to figure out that the correct way was to the left. We went that way initially, but I was convinced that that couldn't possibly be the right way because it is hugely rocky and very difficult. We actually backtracked and tried the other side. If you go to the right, it's just dead ends at a campsite, so I knew that that wasn't right. not sure if you can tell, so I just wanted to point out that at this point some of these larger rocks are between 6 to 12 inches high, really tough to crawl over. And I also want to point out that my wife completely rocks.
Wow.
I know.
Tree line.
Where does this end?
At a lake.
Then what?
Then back down. The only thing is you can't enjoy the scenery because you can't take your eyes off the road.
So here's the turnaround point. At this point you can see the Pomeroy Lakes, but from that point on the trail is closed to all motorized traffic. If you want to go further, it's going to be a hike.